Hi, and welcome to Turra Company, the mother-daughter podcast about everything. Our mission is to make herstory, aka history, not by going viral, but by doing something that has never been done before in our family. Whether we have 2 listeners or 2 million listeners, we are bringing you our very best, and hopefully we are learning and growing together in the process. Now let's enter into the Turra Company experience and create herstory, aka history together. Welcome to Turra Company. You know, I thought about switching up how we come on, but I just like it too much. Like, I get excited. Like, when I edit the episodes, I'll be like, welcome to Turra. Like, I feel like if I didn't say that, people wouldn't know what they were listening to. So I'm gonna keep it.
Okay.
How y'all doing?
Hi, hello.
Not Aaron with that. Hi, hello.
I love it. I told you that's what makes me know it's time to start editing. Why don't you come up with your own?
Because
like, you always hating on us because we done found our little uniqueness.
It's not a us, it's a her. It's not a us.
Well, why are you hating on? Well, she's my daughter.
Because I'm a hater. I will be a hater until the day I die. I just told somebody this the other day.
Ratchet.
Right. They was like, stop being a hater. I said, yeah, I can't do that. It's in my bones. I love to hate.
You have the most ratchet. You love to gossip.
I love to gossip.
Which is a sin. You love to
got me a little bit in trouble this week.
Which is a sin.
You're a little bit judgy.
She's super judgy.
I have to. So,
like, you need to read the Bible.
I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but I have a little bit of a reputation at school that I don't hide my facial expressions.
Oh, who does? I know I don't.
I know, but like, I guess my coworkers aren't just as facial expressive as me.
Mm-hmm.
As expressive with
Is
their
it a
facial.
cultural thing?
I don't know.
I think it's a black people thing.
I
No,
am because
it's an us thing. It's a specific.
Well, I mean, I am one of 2 black people at my job, specifically.
Yeah,
in our
and does
location.
the other black person do facials? I bet you they do. I just feel so bad. I wish I could rewind time, and if I could, I would send you guys to all black schools because y'all just missed it.
Yeah,
like you just
missed
it.
I just I mean, I won't say that my schools were heavily, black people populated, because they were, but
you just didn't hang around the black people.
And I just wish I grew up now growing up, and now that I've gone to other places, I've traveled to other places, I just wish I just grew up in a more cultural city, because I just feel like where we live is not very culturally.
No, because as soon as something get old, they tear it down.
Yeah, so very true.
You can't have culture if you constantly tearing down the history of the place. So don't even have museums here like that.
Like they do, but they're like touristy.
We don't have.
Yeah, they're not natural history.
Aquarium. The closest we got to an aquarium is the Shark Reef, and that is not an aquarium.
But do we have a natural history museum here?
No.
We have a children's museum. I think we do have a natural history museum.
It must be small as heck. I've never heard of it.
We had a zoo for a bit.
Right. All the animals probably died of thirst.
Right.
You can't keep an animal outside in Vegas in the summer.
Oh, I remember because my school was right down the street from the zoo. I remember one of the leopards or something got out.
Y'all had to have a whole shutdown.
We had to have a whole lockdown.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I started that to say that, like, they be looking at me and they be like, Chelsi, what is that face? And
they look at you and they are like.
That's too many words.
No, say it.
They be like, Chelsi, what is wrong? Like I did, if some of you guys are familiar or if some of you guys are not, there's a trivia game that you can make and play called Kahoot.
I love Kahoot.
As a teacher, I do a lot of them. I love a good Kahoot. But when I do them with my class, and let's say it's a really easy question, and let's say 95% of the class gets it wrong, I don't even say nothing. I just be like, okay, we're just going to move on. And one of my classmates took a video of me and she sent it to one of the older students that she's pretty close to and that I kind of talked to. And the student that she sent it to came up to me. She was like, Chelsi, she was like, so-and-so sent me a video of you guys playing Kahoot and you just look so disappointed at them. She was like, she told me that we got to stop disappointing Chelsi. I was like, it's not that I'd be disappointed. I was like, certain things I just feel like you guys should know. So when we're doing these questions, I just feel like you should know them. And she was like,
So, Chelsi, what are you doing? Making up for the last 2 episodes when you said absolutely nothing? Now you trying to take over the whole show? What is happening right now? The last 2 episodes, we didn't even know you were in the room.
You just gotta get me on the right. You just gotta get me on the right day. Just depends on my day. Just depends on my. Some days I'm talkative. Some days I'm not.
This is a show about talking, so I'm gonna need you to
And
know
some
when we
days
come
I'm
in
talkative,
here.
and some days I'm not, and that's you just gonna have to accept me.
Who
for
is you
that.
talking to?
You.
Settle.
You.
Okay. Is that gonna come in or out of the episode? Because I don't want them to hear me slap you. Do I need to put it in, keep it in, or take it out? Because I don't want to
All right,
embarrass
come on,
you with the slap.
Let's get going. Let's get going.
What's today's episode about?
Love bombing.
What? I didn't even know what love bombing was.
What did you?
I was like, I snapped my fingers and pointed to both of them because they can't see us. We're not on video. And I know people probably like, why don't they do video? Because it's too much work.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't told y'all before. I got a full.
I be putting your hair.
I do a full-time job and I'm still in recovery. Maybe one day we'll get back to
She
video.
gonna be in recovery
For like the rest of no, seriously. I just talked to my pain management doctor this week and he was like, Turra, you're probably still healing. It's gonna take you about 6 months to a year. So I got until about December.
Okay.
Watch, and even then you're still gonna be in. Like,
I might be because I don't get a lot of help. So don't. If one of y'all would take on the video and do something, then maybe I wouldn't have all this overwhelmment.
Yeah, and see, just how you said you work a full-time job, I work a full-time job. Now.
Right.
So, Ariel. So it's okay. We are doing what we're supposed to be doing.
right.
So.
This is
All of this is probably gonna get out.
You don't be, and this is why we don't go viral because you be cutting out.
We go viral.
You be cutting out all the fun stuff.
How would you know? How do you know what I cut out? How would you know? Do you know? You don't know. Because sometimes I say I'm going to cut it out and I leave it. So how do you know? Because you don't listen to the finished product show.
Ooh.
Yeah. I thought that would shut you up. Anyway, today's show is about love bombing. So for people in my generation, you probably like, what in the heck is love bombing? When I think love bombing was around in our generation. I'm not saying it's new. I don't think it's new. I think the term is new for it. But when I was coming up, it just was a sketchy guy or girl.
I think that's the case with a lot of things.
Yeah.
I like a lot of these things were things that happened that we just didn't have vocabulary for.
Now with the internet, you just name something and it takes off, and then now people are talking about it. So let's talk about love bombing. So let me first of all say what love bombing is. Because I didn't know this. I thought it was just, you just bombing somebody with love, with your love. Which that sounds positive, right? Like, who wouldn't want to be bombed and bombarded with love? But it's not that. It says, so I found an article. I had to cite my source. Let me see. This article is, What is Love Bombing? 4 Signs of Love Bombing. And it's written by Masterclass. So, of course, I'm going to cite my source. If you want to check out the article for yourself, then go to our show notes and you'll see the link. So what is love bombing? Love bombing is a manipulation tactic a new partner will employ to attract a lover through lavish gifts, excessive attention, and extreme validation. The love bombing partner will then turn on the other person and emotionally abuse them. So that was the part that was a little bit new for me. Because I thought, okay, yeah, love bombing. Who doesn't want a bunch of gifts? Who doesn't want a bunch of attention? Who doesn't want extreme validation? But then when they said they basically turn on you and emotionally abuse you, I was like, oh, that's where it is. So what y'all know about love bombing?
I've seen it, but I don't think I've ever had it happen to me because I also haven't dated a lot.
You don't have to date a lot.
Well, that's the thing. I don't put myself in, it's not, that's going to make it sound bad, but whatever. I don't put myself in a lot of situations for people to try to woo me.
Yeah. I understand that, but I get that because if you're like me, I don't have time for the nonsense. Mm-hmm. Like to me, just because even though gifts is my love language, let me be real clear. It's really strange. But I don't have an expectation for a guy that I just met to buy me something.
I've also noticed that you don't really you accept gifts from everybody, but you don't accept gifts from everybody. Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
because I need to know your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not just anybody can just walk up and give me something and I think, oh, that was sincere.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people like this love bombing stuff. They're using it to try to get you to be their friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see through that. And I'm like, well, you can have this gift. Because I'm like, I'm going to let Chelsi go because Chelsi got a lot to say about, she owned one today. But I just remember I used to work in an industry where our vendors used to come and they would take you out and, take you to lunch or take you to dinner or whatever. And I remember that some of them were just taking me out. I felt like some of them were just taking me out so that I would buy more stuff from their particular company.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be like, you need more than a lunch to make me like put myself in jeopardy. I would never do that. But why did they think, it was always funny to me that they thought a lunch would make me like, oh, I'm going to move all of my stuff from this reliable vendor to you because you bought me a hot dog. It wasn't what was going to happen. So I just, not everything is genuine. So I get this love bombing. I get the concept. But at the same time, anytime you're dating, you have to have your antennas up. This is what I want to say to all the ladies, because I'm a lady. I usually try to make it gender neutral. But today, I'm talking to the ladies because that's who I'm talking to, because that's who I am.
Mm-hmm.
When you meet guys, it seems like these days, people don't have their antennas up. Would y'all agree with that?
Looking at you, Tinder swindler? Yeah.
I'm just saying, I see women out here, they meet the guy and they be like, oh my God, he is so great. And I'm not saying that he's not so great, but it's almost like you put your antennas down, where when I was younger and I was dating, the antennas was always up until some time had passed. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how can you, first of all, when you're baking a cake, the cake takes the time that it takes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you take it out too soon, it's not done, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you take it out, if you let it stay in there too long, it's overdone. But it's no such thing as overdone in a relationship, because you can take as long as it take.
Mm-hmm.
I want these women and people out here to stop just looking at these men and be like, he's perfect. To me, when you meet a guy and he's perfect, that should be a red flag, because nobody is perfect.
I think you're seeing that that might be in the people that you see, because the people I see, they're very skeptical of the men these days. Like, for example, what me and Chelsi talk about, how we see that there are a lot of guys that will try to take advantage of you, think that, oh, I paid for dinner, so therefore you need to sleep with me or stuff like that. I think people me and Chelsi's age are more,
I doubt it.
aware.
I don't think so. Because Chelsi said she's been love bombed 5 times.
I don't know if I ever specifically put a number on it, but I just said.
But you've been love bombed before.
Yes.
And the way to be love bombed, when you agree, would be because your antenna might not be up because you get so lost in the razzle-madazzle.
The razzle-dazzle.
I can't speak for all women.
I'm not asking you to. I'm asking you to speak for your situation. Literally. Just said it.
For me, when it comes to it, I'm just built different, and when I'm talking to a new person, I'm just kind of like, all right.
But your antenna is not up. You're totally proving my point. Because when you say you're like, that means your antenna is not up. You're just in it trying to get what you can get out of it for the moment, sounds like.
Because I'm young. That's what I'm supposed to be doing.
I get okay. See? So this proves your point.
Mm-hmm.
You hear what she just said? She young. That's your generation. She's supposed to be doing that. So not everybody is out there skeptically optimistic, as you just stated. There are some people that's out there that's, I'm young, I'm supposed to be like that.
And sometimes,
I think you're skeptical.
That's fair.
I think you're not.
No, absolutely not.
And hence why you've been love bombed, even if it's been once.
But you know what? It builds character. I have a lot of character development.
You mean trauma?
Well, some people have to go the long route. I always say this. Some people go the short route because some of us hit our head on the sidewalk and we be like, you know what? I'm only doing that once. Some people have to hit their head on the sidewalk about 3 times. And you was always like that as a kid.
All the time.
You always had to do stuff more than once, get in trouble for stuff more than once, where Ariel only got in trouble if she did once. So I can see it. I can see how this is playing out. But I say all of this to say, where is the skepticism? It needs to make a comeback because these guys got us out here. I'm just saying. Looking crazy.
I think women can love bomb too.
I think so.
I think so. I don't think it's as common, but I think it's possible.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of like, it's not just women going through it with this whole dating now. I've been getting on TikTok, men is going through it too because it's kind of like.
We just don't have no men in the stew right now, so I can't get their opinion. We'll have to call somebody.
From what I'm gaining on TikTok, it's kind of like the roles are kind of reversing. And it's like men are kind of entering like their sassy era as what we are calling it. And it's like the men want to be wined and dined and they want to be taken out and they want to feel loved. But the women is like, yeah, dog, I'm going to catch you later.
Right. They did the boomerang thing. Have y'all ever seen that movie with Eddie Murphy, Boomerang? And the one character had him going, she was like basically have switched roles and was being the man of the relationship. And he didn't know what to do.
Like there's a trend. Women are stepping up and it's like men are like, well, why did you do this? Like, why, like, what did you do it? And women is like, are you done? Because I can go to your homeboy right now. Like, I got people on the other line. Like, what is you doing?
Right.
And it's just like, I really think that the roles are kind of starting to reverse a little bit.
They are a little bit. I think so. Let me just say this for real. There is always going to be phases of dating. You're going to always be in that one of the phases. And I can tell you that one of the phases I think is when you plan and you just not being serious. You don't really care. You're just trying to have a good time. I get that. Then you have another phase where you getting serious and you want a serious relationship. Then you have one where you kind of been hurt so bad you can take either way.
Been hurt so many times you don't know what to
right.
believe.
What did you say?
I said been hurt so many times, don't know what to believe.
Right. So it's definitely phases out there. Do not get me wrong. But listen, before we go any further, I want to give the 4 love bombing signs from this article. And these are considered to be red flags. So this could be man or woman. Listen, before we go any further on this show, I'm giving a woman's opinion because I am a woman. This is not for nobody to write me because we know how they like to tussle and we ain't got time for that kind of mail. It would be interesting to me if we never get comments, but then all of a sudden, because I'm not saying it in a gender neutral way, people start commenting. I would be so upset about that. But
any hoozle.
Right. So 4 love bombing signs. These are red flags. Love bombers, according to this article, love bombers constantly check in. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. They're going to be texting you all day.
Yes, and that is, I hate that.
I hate a man who texts me all day because what are you doing?
Right. You should be at work.
Why do you have enough time? To the point where it's like, because I don't. Let me tell you. I don't.
Yeah, because you're busy.
The way my work, sometimes I can be sitting doing nothing for about 3 hours. Then 20 minutes later, I'm busy and I haven't touched my phone in probably about 5 hours.
Right.
And then I finally text you back and you was like, what was you doing? Why didn't you text me back? I was at my
who is you talking to?
I was working. What is you doing?
That would he would be left on red. You don't talk to me like that.
That's happened to me
You
before.
wouldn't get
Now
nothing.
that I think about it. That's happened a couple of times.
Okay, number 2, love bombers gaslight partners. So let me tell you what it's saying. It says when you bring up relationship difficulties later on, the love bombing partner will try to tell you how good they were to you at the start. This red flag is an effort to make you forget about their misgivings.
What's that one Paula Abdul song? What have you done for me lately? Like, don't bring up old
that's
stuff.
Janet Jackson.
Oh, Janet Jackson.
Yeah, that's Janet Jackson.
Yeah, what have you done for me lately? You may have been nice in the beginning, but today you're being rude.
But that's so funny because I have seen that where people try to gaslight and be like, nope. The third one is, love bombers. This one I say antennas need to go up. Get too close too fast. I mean, I think you can take this particular one in any relationship, even a friendship.
Yes.
You ever met that person where you like boo, settle down, dial it back a notch. Like usually if somebody is getting too close to me too fast, I'm instantly skeptical.
Maybe I'm the problem then.
Yeah, when I can't listen, even and I get it because sometimes you just be so excited that you found a friend or found a boyfriend or a girlfriend that shares your common interest, and you're like, oh my God, this is what I've prayed for. And so you do want to kind of keep it going, but I will pull back because I need to see what you're made of. Because a lot of times when you do have this person that's trying to get too close too soon and you pull back, they will nut up.
You know what I don't like? And this might be a little bit of a controversial opinion, but it's whatever. I don't like when people have known each other for like, I don't know, maybe like a month or a week even. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is my best friend.
Too close too soon.
That to me is
That's
a red
Chelsi.
flag.
Me, the bombastic side eye.
Chelsea be doing that.
Good Lord.
I can't.
Chelsea be doing that. Maybe you're a love bomber. Maybe that's why you didn't.
Usually, if you can't think of somebody who's done it before, you're the problem.
Well, she says it's been done to her, but she probably also love bombs too.
Do not come for me. And my girls.
Okay, listen. And number 4, love bombers lavish you with gifts. A love bomber will give you flashy and expensive gifts. These may not be personal. You should know whether the gift they are giving you is something you even like or said you like. You know, that is so funny. Have you ever had somebody give you a gift that had nothing to do with you and you'll be like, why would you give me this?
Not to my knowledge.
But Ariel, would you admit it? Because I feel like if somebody gave you a gift that you really wasn't looking for, I feel like you still would be like, oh my God, look at it. It's so cool.
Now that I think about it, I don't think I've gotten a lot of gifts. Like, that's not...
I feel like your new boyfriend gives you a lot of gifts.
He does, but he gets me things that I like, so...
Right. I'm saying, I don't think that you would say, because of your personality, I don't see you getting something... Like, I feel like somebody could give you a painted rock and you would still find the rainbow in it. You'll be like, oh my God, they were so artistic. I cannot believe they gave me this rock. Chelsea, am I right or am I wrong? You know I'm right.
Yeah.
Because you just like that. It's not even a negative thing.
I know.
I just feel like you see the beauty in a lot of stuff. So, and your taste for what you like, it's very broad. Like you like a lot of different things, where me, I only like certain things.
I'm not picky.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
No, I wasn't saying it, but that's a good way to say it.
But yeah, you're
I'm
right.
super picky.
I'm not that picky. I'm not super picky.
Right. That's why I don't get a lot of gifts, because I'm super picky. So you probably gonna get more gifts because people can buy you stuff and you won't be like, oh, thanks, and put it right back in the box.
An avocado. Thanks. Sorry.
Literally.
If you've been listening to this podcast long enough and you don't know that I speak in memes,
okay.
Where have you been?
But yeah, so that's why I probably don't get a lot of gifts, because Daddy, it stresses him out to get me anything, because he's always thinking, is she gonna like it? Most people that know me call me and say, what do you want?
I have a question about that after when we can take it.
Right,
offline.
Mother's Day.
For Mother's Day, I already said
by
it.
this time, because this is what you do.
Told her yesterday.
You forget that you have 2 children.
I know, but I just told you.
So you will tell one child.
Well, then you were supposed to tell her.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm supposed to do. God, you've been working out. Why is that so tight?
Girl, my arms is tight. You better add. You know what? That's the one part of my body that I don't ever have to worry about is my arms. My arms stay, like, I've never had jiggly wiggly arms. They've always been tight. I've never had the grandma in the kitchen making biscuit.
Oh, please don't.
I've never had those arms. I've always
cheese arms?
Yeah, I've never had mac and cheese arms. I've always had really tight arms. Yeah, I like it. So anyway, back to love bombing. Y'all so off topic in traffic today. Out in the traffic. No, what I want for Mother's Day, and now the company is going to know, I want a new pots and pan set.
Easy. Got it.
No, it's not easy, because the one I want is pretty expensive.
Right.
It's not cheap.
So don't be.
You're going to have to dig in your wallet. It's nice. I'll tell you. Now that I'll tell you. I'll tell you the details after the show. I want the ninja. No, I'm going to tell you now. Let everybody hear. That way, if they don't get it, I can blast y'all. I want the ninja. I saw them there. They're these ninja never stick pans. I'll show them to you. I've already got them in my cart on Amazon.
Got it. Anyways.
So yeah, that's what I want. And people probably like, why would she want that for Mother's Day? Because I do.
Right. That's the thing with gifts for you is you want like specific.
I'm very specific. Like last year, what did I want? That it took y'all forever to get me.
You wanted,
and it wasn't even that. It
wasn't
a
tote.
Yeah, it wasn't that it took so long because you didn't have the money or anything.
But it was because you wanted to.
You
specific
couldn't find the specific one that you wanted,
and then I just went and bought it and made y'all just pay for it.
Right. So that's like the hard and good thing about getting gifts for you is it's hard to. You can't do it on your own.
Yeah, you can't. You can. If you want to risk my reaction.
Right, and it's not worth it.
It's not. Because if I don't like it, you will know.
Right. But yeah,
you will know. Yeah, that's an old song. Y'all probably don't know it. It's Tevin Campbell with it's the Men of Valor or something. It was like this whole, I'm going to show y'all the video after the show. It was like this whole, all the black R&B singers got together and made this song. And it's a cute song. I'm going to show y'all the video. Anyway, love bombing.
So
we are so off topic today. So Chelsi, tell us about your love bombing experience.
So I get love bombing with a side of ghosting.
What?
So I don't think what I encounter is traditional love bombing.
I see what you're
because love by definition, the love bombing that you're talking about is like because they want to just trap and manipulate you.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't experience that kind of love bombing. I get love bombed and then I get ghosted.
Oh, they love bomb you to get what they think they want from you, which is still kind of a manipulation.
Right, it still is.
I think yours is not a long-term love bombing.
Yes.
I think yours, what you're experiencing is a short term. Like, let me love bomb this girl right quick. And then once she come over my house, then I'm going to stop love bombing her. I'm just going to ghost her.
Right.
Once I see her.
Right.
Sometimes it's once they see you in person.
Right. Which, I mean, listen. Ghosting, I get it. Because, listen, I didn't ghost some people. So,
and I know it's not
so that's
good,
why, exactly. I know it's not good. I know we need to put an end to ghosting culture. But let me tell you, sometimes it's easier.
Some people just need to
some
be
people
blocked.
just don't need the explanation.
Some people just need to be blocked.
Some people do.
Now, I've never been ghosted. I have been ghosted to the point where I got blocked.
Let me tell you this.
So.
Ghosting and blocking people is cowards. It's for cowards. Because I'm never going to block nobody. Let me tell you something. I'm never going to block somebody. Because if I got a problem with you, I'm going to tell you the problem. And once I tell you the problem, you're probably never going to call me back. So I ain't going to have to block you. Once I tell you what the problem is, I'm probably going to go so hard in the paint that you're going to be like, you know what? Once you hang up that call, you're going to be like, I'm never calling her again. And that's the block.
That's the block.
That's the block. But I'm sorry. When you block people, that is cowardly because why did you block the person? You're a coward. Number two, ghosting people. It's the same sort of concept. Why couldn't you tell the person that you just wasn't interested? It's easier to ghost.
Because sometimes you tell the person, hey, I'm not interested, and then they go and cuss you out, and that's how you get blocked.
Or they don't. Or you tell them that you're not interested, but they're like, yeah, I'm not taking that. And they still keep hitting you up. So that's why you just got to get to a point where you just stop responding.
And you block them.
Yeah, I don't block people. I don't believe in blocking people.
Oh, okay.
Because sometimes I might see the error of my ways and be like, no, stink, I miss you. Let me come back.
Yeah, blocking is so permanent. But you know what? Do what you got to do. Live your life out here. This is our show, so we get to talk about how we do it. If you out there blocking people, I just think it's cowardly. If you out there ghosting people, I think that's cowardly too. All of it is coward because guess what? I stand 10 toes down. If I don't like you, if I ain't with it no more, I'm going to tell you I ain't with it no more. People who really know me know. And I do not hold it up.
Also, to clarify, there's a difference between ghosting and just not talking anymore. Like there's a big difference.
Taking
like,
a break?
Yeah.
Because I be taking breaks
Not
sometimes.
even taking a break. Like let's say two people just don't reach out to each other anymore. That's not ghosting. That's just two
That's
people
just like an unspoken mutual, like, yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's different than ghosting
That's a break.
somebody.
Because you ghosting me is you stop talking to me, but I'm still trying to get in contact with you, but you're not responding.
Yeah.
Like you're reading my messages and you're not responding.
Like yeah,
That's ghosting.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
but only if they have an Apple iPhone, what I know.
Or if we're on like Snapchat
First
or
of all,
Instagram.
Android to Android, you can see it, just so you know.
Chelsea and I would know nothing about
Yeah,
that.
not too familiar in that
We're
area.
Apple. We're
So.
the Apple side of the
Even,
family.
I bet even John understands our pain when it
Right.
comes to texting you.
He wants you to get it. He keeps trying to talk me into.
I know he wants you to.
It.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
That's
it.
so crazy. I bet you if y'all were to get married and he starts buying the phones, I bet you he just gonna come home. He gonna love bomb your butt with an iPhone.
I'm not doing it.
He gonna be like,
Why? Why? I just need to know.
Because I've had an Android for so long, it's so convenient for me. I just don't want to
But
switch
the
over.
switch is not going to be that hard.
No, I know it's not hard. I just don't want to. That's it. That's genuinely it. I just don't want
you know how
to.
Ariel is. We say it all the time. She just gets on these fake platforms sometimes.
She gets on a little high
gets-
horse and don't want to come down.
Well, she just gets on these like fake or invisible, like, what do you call them?
Soapbox.
Protests.
She gets on her soapbox
she
and
gets
she don't
on.
wanna come down.
And I think this is one of those soapboxes that we just will never understand because it's not even
yeah,
real.
take it how you want, but
Yeah,
it's just,
me and
for
mom
me,
switched
I just
over in
don't want to.
2016 and we never looked back.
Never.
Mhm.
It seems like it was
No.
longer than that.
No, 2015. It was like 2015 because you know where we were? We were in that house that was by my high school,
Okay.
in the last house.
But yeah, no, it's not for me. It's fine.
There you go. All right. So love bombing. So Chelsea was telling, we're so off topic. Y'all bear with us today because we all over the place. But Chelsea says she's been love bombed short term.
The last time, it hasn't happened in a while. At least I don't think. But the last time it happened, it kind of took me a couple business days to recover from.
It took you a couple of business
It
days.
blindsided me. I
You didn't see it
I
coming?
didn't see it coming.
Because your antennas wasn't up.
I didn't see it coming.
Put your antennas up.
I mean, usually I
Listen,
can
let me
get it.
let me paint this picture for you. I'm going to paint this picture for you. That's going to change your life. When you meet somebody, you've met somebody, right? You met boy A and your girl A. Now, you can only have so much attraction in the first meet. I'm sorry. Whether that's a reach out text, you only can have so much attraction. So if you meet somebody and they're like, oh my God, I think your kneecaps are just so beautiful. But think about it. Because kind of, even if they're telling you that your face, so say somebody met you online. Of course, you put the most beautiful picture of yourself online. You did not put the picture of you in a bonnet with no makeup and all your blotches showing. You put a picture of your best self on there.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, when they're saying, oh my God, you are adorable, it's almost, you should treat it like they're talking about your kneecaps. Because if somebody said, oh, you have the most beautiful kneecaps, what would you do?
That'd be weird to me.
What would your reaction be? Like, what the WTF, right?
I'd be like, where did
But
that
you
come
should
from?
have a WTF reaction when they're saying you're so beautiful. Not saying that you're not, because you know that you are, but they haven't even seen you.
That used to be my mentality when I was out in the dating world, is because when you're on the dating apps and people like you match with somebody and they message you and they're like, they're putting on their best. They're putting on their best.
pulling out
game.
all
The
that riz.
representative, baby.
Right, and I
No,
just
they're pulling out. Let me teach you a new word. Pulling out all that riz.
all the
What is the riz?
Riz
Charisma.
is short for charisma. So they got riz.
Right. So you should be treating it. So Chelsea, this is for Chelsea. This ain't for you. So you sit back for a minute. This is Chelsea time. So Chelsea, the way your solution is right in front of your eyes. It's there. The thing that you just need to do is, and you're going to remember this, the next time you meet somebody and they say, they love bomb you by talking, if they love bomb you with a lot of attention and say, oh, I love this about you, I love that. Change it to whatever they're saying they love, change it to, I love your kneecap. And if you take it with that kind of, because if somebody said that, you'll be like, this sucker is weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to, because then and only then will you start seeing it as, this is too soon, too much too soon, you know? And so the thing that I always am leery about, because Neil didn't like me for a long time. Remember? If y'all remember the story, we was just friends. He didn't like me like that, so I didn't have to worry about no love bombing, for real. Mm-hmm. He just was regular. And Neil is just not super like I'm always leery of guys who are like, oh my God, look at your toes. Look at your nails. Like when they notice every little thing about you, I'm like leery about that because I'm like, why do you know about that stuff?
Well, that's fair.
I'm just saying, like, I don't mind you seeing my toes because I get my toes done. So I can see you noticing it, but I think I would think you would notice it in you. That's the thing that I think a man would notice in their head and not really let come out of their mouth. That's my thoughts. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's because I've been with Neil for so long and that's what he does. And it's nothing wrong with a man telling you, oh, your toes look cute. But I'm always leery of, the men the people who I knew who were in relationships with men who were very like, oh, I like this, I like that, ooh, look at my baby, ooh, 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 woo, woo, woo. They weren't good relationships. They were not, because a lot of those men, not only were they saying your toes was cute, but they was also saying her toes was cute. And her toes was cute. They usually, as my mama would say, they usually be hoes. My mama will quick to say somebody is a hoish man. I'm sorry, I know this is a cliche, but I'm speaking to Stella right now. That like was a thing, so maybe that's why I have that antenna. When I see guys where they just be like super, ooh, look at my baby, ain't she so cute? Ooh, 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 ooh. And I get it, because there's other ways to make somebody feel cute, mm-hmm. other than saying cute. Mm-hmm. Like Neil does not have to tell me that I'm cute every day. I don't require that. But fun fact, something just happened the other day. And I was like, Neil, how come you don't be telling me I'm cute? We went to a wedding recently. And I came downstairs. I was all dressed up. I thought I was looking cute. I knew I was looking cute. And I walked past Neil. He didn't say nothing. I was like, nah, I know I'm cute. Why didn't he just say something? Because it wasn't my everyday digs. It was cute. And I said, why didn't he say something? So I said something to him. I said, Neil, I said, I'm cute, right? He was like, yeah. I said, I am not dressed in my regular attire. I said, so when I just walked past you, you should have said, hey, you look cute today. And he said, you know what? I thought it. I just didn't say it. I said, but you need to say it because I need to hear it. Now, there's a caveat to that. I don't need to hear that every day. Like if I come down in my bathrobe and you be like, oh, look at you. You cute. My antenna's going to go up and be like, what you want? Because what is you saying right now? Like you don't have to do it all the time. But when it's a unique situation and I got my dress on, I got my heels on and I'm looking good, I have my makeup on. Like I had really went through a lot of work. This mug didn't say nothing. He said he thought in his brain, oh, look at you looking so cute, shorty. And I was like, oh, okay. Maybe that's why you ain't say it, because that sounded a little corny, but it was cute. It was cute for Neil because that's not usually how he is. But anyway, like I said, I get it, because there's some women out there that have been with men that compliment them and been complimenting them. But think about it. What we're talking about is too much too soon.
Right, because there's a difference between you've been with somebody for a while and they give you compliments.
Yeah.
But I've known you for a smooth 48 hours.
That just almost made me throw. She said a smooth 48 hours.
If I've known you for a smooth 48 hours and you're telling me, because this is the other thing, like people that be like, wow, I need to take you out. So, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
those are lines, and I can't stand it. So Chelsi's going to get better at recognizing the bomb.
Oh, absolutely.
Before it drops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Ariel, you're good because you got your skeptical pants on. I keeps mine on.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all probably like, well, she been married for like 100 years. Why does she need? Because guess what? People still be trying to.
Like you said, people can love bomb you in friendships.
Yes, that is in new friendships. But listen, did I tell y'all this man? I told Daddy, so there ain't nobody got to write us and be like, your husband probably don't know. But I had went to the grocery store the other day, and I'm minding my business. I wasn't even feeling good. I'm minding my own business.
I remember this.
I'm in the apple aisle trying to get me some apples. And this guy, I saw him looking at me. And I didn't want to get eye contact because I'm married. I don't be wanting to give eye contact because I don't want nobody getting no wrong ideas that they can talk to me. It actually gets on my nerves when you try to talk to me. I'm married. Stop trying to talk to me. But I get it. You might not have known from that far. So then I'm still looking at the apples. All of a sudden, he down my aisle talking about, how you doing? I thought he was talking to somebody else. So I'm looking and I put my ring hand up on my chest like, you talking to me, so now you can see that I'm married. I was like, you talking to me? And he was like, yeah, how you doing? I said, hi. Because you're not going to get nothing more because I'm not that type of married woman.
Mm-hmm.
You don't be talking to me because I'm married. I'm that kind of married woman. Yes, I am. Some of these other married women need to get like that. That's why these men think y'all is accessible. Men out here in their mind thinking, oh, I can pull a married chick. I had a friend tell me that one time. He was like, I do it. I try to do it just to see where it's at. People will try you. Don't try me because you're going to get your feelings hurt. You try to talk to me, I got something at home worth keeping. I don't need to stray. So that's how that goes. So you ain't got to love about me. But yeah.
They can love bomb you in friendships.
That's so true because it has happened to me in a friendship before. I was like, whoa. And you know what? My antenna wasn't up. So it went really bad. It didn't go good. So anyway, so that's our show on Love by Me. Don't forget, I am going to have the link to this article because it's so much in this article. We could have covered so much more, but we didn't because Chelsi was really talkative today. Look how the show goes long when Chelsi's talking. So anyway, that's our show for today, the show on Love Bombing. We appreciate your listenership. Do not forget to follow us on Instagram, Turra and Company. Follow us on Facebook, our Turra and Company Facebook. Follow us. And guess what? What? I have great news to share.
What's the great news?
We have mucho macho views on YouTube.
Nice.
For our videos. For our last week's episode. We have mucho because I get the stats. And listen, when I say mucho macho, I'm not talking about thousands. I know y'all got all these people going viral in your life. Listen, any growth to me is growth. So it was more than what we usually see. And that's all I care about. So whoever is watching us on YouTube, I'm telling y'all, that's the easiest way to hear us. It's not watching. I keep saying watch. I'm saying the wrong thing. Listening to our show on YouTube is the easiest way to do it because you just go to YouTube, put in Turra and Company, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell notification so you can get notified, and then you will know every time a new episode is uploaded. So do all of these things. We thank you. We will talk to you or see you. No. What are we going to do?
You'll hear us next week.
Aldo, I'm sorry. The love bombing must have got me. So, yeah, we will see you on the next episode.
Adios. Okay, bye.
Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. We look forward to you joining us on the next episode. Until then, be inspired and enlightened.